Oddtober.
Welcome back to Oddcast episode 275. It is spooky season. I'm the one not gonna get killed, Michael Kennedy.
I'm the spooky one, Anthony Denny.
I'm the keeper, Jared Minicame.
That's actually a pretty good Igor, sir. Like, solid Igor. Like, 8 out of 10 performance.
Thank you.
We've been recording a lot today.
Well, these two gentlemen have.
Well, Anthony's been here too.
Been on and off.
With my house.
Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Monogamy.
This is 1:30. What time is it? 4:30. This is hour
40.
Hour 4 of recording now for me and Jared. So lots going on, lots happening. The last hour, which is Patreon exclusive for like 6
definitely
months.
Go to Patreon right now. Like,
the last 20 minutes, we get some weird shit.
There was a tangent there.
There was a few tangents there.
It was so funny because Orion's speech therapist was like, "Is that your guys' neighbors? Why can I hear them so close?"
Yeah, we're in the basement. We try to be quiet.
No, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. It was just like she just asked you, so we're like, "Oh no, that's
yeah." Every so often we just
Heather, like,
laugh,
that's my
so.
brother and his friend. You're not even Heather's friend.
Can't win them all.
I'd say I'm offended, but
there's some things that we need to talk about. It is Oddtober.
Woo!
Tune in 2 Mondays when we watch Morbius again. That'll be fun. Our annual Morbius rewatch.
Morbius.
oh God.
It's Morbin time.
Have sex, success.
I want to talk about another TikTok trend that I have had to block. If I say...
Sorry, there was a hair in my beard and just made a funny sound when I pulled it.
Okay.
It wasn't on purpose.
Fucking weird.
I was just trying to clean up my beard.
Have you
Sorry,
guys
Anthony turned
seen
into a duck for a second.
the Costco guys?
Yes.
I can't. I had to block them.
I saw
I have avoided it.
that the Costco guys and the
can't.
Rizzler took down the Mafia.
I don't know what Pokemon
Double
game
chocolate
you're
chunk cookie.
Double chocolate
I
chunk
just
cookie.
fucking
I
can't.
had to block them.
fucking
Do you know the
can't.
kid's name? Do you know what the kid goes by?
No.
Big Justice. I thought Big Justice was the dad. No.
So
Big
Anthony-
Justice is the kid.
It's an irony name.
So Anthony, since you're not on TikTok like the rest of us, and we send you things that are funny, and then
I don't have an on this one yet.
You know what? I send you things, and I'm like, Anthony would really find that funny, and then you just don't fucking
Don't
look
even
at
have
it.
notifications
It's
turned on.
totally wasted.
And then
on
he
you.
sends you the exact same thing 4 weeks
Yes.
later on Instagram Reels.
Yes, he
I'll
does.
send Jared
Yes, he
Instagram
does.
reels, like, specifically because I feel bad if I ever catch stuff like that. I don't want to catch. Anyways,
So yeah, the Costco guys, they're just people who go to Costco, and they talk about how great Costco is.
It's the boom or doom scale, right?
Yeah.
So it's either boom great or doom not great. I don't think
they
they.
will hold my neck.
I don't think they've
I
ever
question
given
that,
anything
too. I don't
a
think so.
doom. So the new
Are they sponsored?
no.
Nope, they just love Costco.
They just love Costco. He gets a chicken. The Big Justice gets a chicken
See
bake.
this pizza? You can't get this anywhere else than Costco. Coming down to Costco. That's
That's Big Justice,
the whole
or that's
gist of the
dad.
videos.
Double chocolate chunk cookie. And
Yeah.
they sound like that. And
Yes.
so now it's like
You think we're
last
making it
time
up.
we were at Costco, the total was at $157.38. Do you think it's going to be over or under that amount?
Oh,
Look how
fucking.
much money I spend at Costco. That's
It's-
all it
We're
is,
Costco
Anthony.
guys. Of course we're going to get a chicken bake on the way out. We're Costco guys.
No
of
one-
course I got to try the new double
You're
chocolate chunk
Costco guys.
cookie.
Of course I hate you with my
So-
car.
Continue your thought, Anthony.
Damn it.
No one goes to Costco for a fucking pizza bake. You go for the $1.50 hot dog or a pizza slice.
When I go to game night with my other group
The
of friends,
cookies,
we
though.
get pizza from Costco.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
don't get a
$20 for 2 pizzas. It's fucking amazing.
Damn straight.
But yeah, I had to block them because it pisses me off. And I saw a great meme of someone talking about them, and it's like the dad tried to be famous doing other things and couldn't,
Yes.
and then got famous because of Costco. Yes. Got to get the oranges, 2 bags, blueberries, my protein bars, and of course a double chocolate chunk cookie. It's the cringiest shit in the world, and I feel bad for the kid because he can't be enjoying it at this part. But did you hear the good news, Jared?
I have not, no.
That the father of Big Justice, the dad, got signed with a minor league wrestling company. Which is exactly what you would think he would be doing professionally, right? You look at that man.
Honestly,
and you go,
yes.
He's a wrestler.
Yes. I
Okay.
assumed he was.
He's
some
trying
kind.
to be John Cena, and he's not John Cena.
No one's John Cena.
Only
He tries
John
to be.
Cena is John Cena.
You can't be John Cena. John Cena's too nice of a person.
I would say
Yeah.
when's Vince McMahon going to buy them out, but he kind
got
of sold
caught.
everything.
He got
so.
caught doing
Ooh,
bad shit.
spooky molestation.
But yeah, that's.
Ooh.
I wanted.
wish
That's
it was
like
only
the
that.
final TikTok trend that I really wanted
don't
to
get
talk to you
banned.
guys about was the Costco guys, because like,
Yeah, no, I can't
try
with
the
the Costco
new
guy
Sunday.
You gotta
Boom,
try
we're
it,
doing
come
we're doing
on!
The pizza 5, boom.
You know it's
boom,
Costco, it's a
boom,
10 out of
boom,
10!
boom.
I've never wanted a Sam's Club membership more in my life.
That's the worst. There's a there's a parody account doing.
Oh, good.
We're Sam's Club guys. We can't afford to shop at Costco.
Damn fucking straight.
We're Costco guys. One of his brothers is autistic. Some of us have an extra chromosome that we can't afford.
Oh no!
It's fucking amazing. But yeah, that was. I had to talk about the Costco guys because like I legitimately had to block and mute anything doing with them because it was
Yeah.
just pissing me off.
I hate the douchery.
Yes, like I
all
felt
it is.
years of my life being bleeded off by watching these videos.
You know, I did watch the Vince McMahon talk. You know,
I didn't.
I did. Just,
Wow, what a surprise. The
I don't.
really rich pervert in charge of everything was a fucking pervert.
This is something I
criminal.
pointed out to the guys recently after watching that. Is I realized I don't like watching pro wrestling. Like when I did the
not fun
podcast
anymore.
for it. It was more fun to me to talk about the shit behind the scenes
Yes.
than it is to talk about the actual wrestling.
Yes, you talking about the
What
kayfabe.
about that one girl who
It's
had
just-
like
it's
15
just more
abortions
shit.
by the time, and she's only so small. She's only a little kid. 15 abortions.
The backyard or the Wrestling Takedown Federation?
I think the craziest thing I learned out of all of that
Choosing for abortion right now.
was how much Ric Flair actually drinks. The man shouldn't be alive.
Listen, you really need to listen
Shouldn't be
to
alive.
the podcast Crime and Sports.
I'm gonna have to.
I think you would enjoy the fuck out of it.
I believe so, because I'm
Skip
all
the
the
first,
shit I
skip
enjoy.
the first 100 episodes because they were in a really bad studio and it's not good audio. And so like at 101 is when a lot of like the fun starts happening and they start
I
doing it
gotcha.
for like extended period of times, and then they're starting to go back and redo the older episodes. Like
Okay.
there was an episode like when they started like we need to do everything within an hour, keep it a tight hour, because they're still starting out, and now they do it for like 2.5, 3 hours at a time. There's one episode they did a tight hour on for Jalen Williams, who's a wrestler or a football player or something. They have a 4-part episode. Each part is 2.5 hours long. So what they did in an hour 6 years ago, they did in 10 hours. It's fucking amazing.
last time,
No, go ahead.
the last time I really watched wrestling is when Chris Benoit died. And I hope nothing ever bad happened to him.
I'm glad you brought that up, Anthony, because I was actually just going to say the only thing that truly, honestly made me want to scream at my TV was a man who used to be a wrestler for them until the Chris Benoit thing happened. First of all, you left out some crucial fucking details about that. You made sure to skip over that incident real fuck. You
Why?
also
What
didn't mention
happened
Eddie Guerrero bleeding to death. You skipped over that
What
part
happened with
of
Chris
the history.
Benoit? I thought he just killed himself. He
So-
murdered his family.
So for the
I know
for the
Chris
bit that they
Benoit,
left out is that the wrestling he was doing was not only them, that he was also going to Japan, and it's funny how they also neglect to mention that the Japan wrestling's not like the American wrestling, and people
all.
literally fucking die, and the guys get addicted to that death match. Anyway, when the Chris Benoit thing happens, one of the wrestlers went into neuroscience to talk about concussions. And he brought up to them, hey, so we autopsied his brain, like it was fucking rotting on the inside. And they're like, every fucking wrestler from Hulk Hogan to Steve Austin to The Rock, all the way up to McMahon, all of them are like, concussions are bullshit. The same thing pro wrestlers do. And they're like, no, we all do things to like protect our heads. If you're doing it, then you're doing it wrong. It's like, so y'all watch Chris Benoit like straight up fucking dive bomb from the top ring with his fucking head, and are like, no, we don't do that. We're safety with things. Fuck off.
I had
Fuck off!
one heavy thing fall on my head one time, and it fucked me up for 3 days.
But yeah, no, that made me like cringe mad of like how fucking hard they denied that that's a thing. It was just like watching NFL talk about like that's not a thing. Concussions are fake. Yeah, brain rot and concussions are fake. That's not a thing. I can't stand that shit because it's just illogical.
The truly spookiest.
Anyway, yeah, but they also didn't mention Eddie Guerrero's death, which I felt was a fucking criminal to just. You mentioned Chris Benoit, and I get that, but Eddie also fucking died doing wrestling. You should probably mention that one too. Just fucking saying. So yeah, you know, those were like the most. They mentioned a couple of the deaths that have happened, but like the Eddie one, that just really set me off.
Really grinded your gears.
Because man, we fucking bled to death doing their own fucking shit. Like, it was like, I had to watch that one for the what I used to do, the Watchmen Redneck anime. I might bring that back at some point, just for some other stuff. But, yeah, no, because I watched that match. And yeah, the man fucking bled to death doing the whole, like, we'll just cut ourselves, and it'll be fine, you know, bleed a little bit. Like, and then he took it too far, and he fucking bled to death. And they don't talk about that.
Well, yeah, because if they talked about it, they have to acknowledge that they fucked up.
They did, pretty much, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they're
mentioned all the other
one
ones.
fuck up away from just being completely shut down and bought by Russia.
Oh, with the Vince McMahon shit that ended up happening, because it was funny when you watched it was funny to me watching the doc, because they open it with like, yeah, this is before all the shit came out. So like, all these interviews with Vince are before any of that, and the minute they get to that point, they're like, yeah, he refused to do any more interviews after that came out.
Oh, I won.
Like, oh, by the way, he kicked his daughter out and overpowered Triple H for power, and oh, now he's selling the company because, oops,
I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, it turns out I'm a piece of shit, so.
Oops, all criminal.
Anyway, that was something else I had watched. So yeah, I enjoy the drama behind the scenes. Because it's more interesting to me how shitty fucking people can be. But also the things those men are willing to put themselves through.
Drugs.
A lot of drugs. It's sadly a lot of drugs. It's always drugs.
Uppers and downers the entire way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like Judy Garland.
Like my life.
May she rest in peace.
Oh, right. Anyway, spooky season.
Spooky
so
season.
Oddtober.
It is the spookiest season of them all.
Yeah, it's when Mike goes dormant while you guys talk about horror movies.
Yes.
Horror.
Horror is great.
Your mother's a whore.
The thing is, like, we talk about horror every year because Jared and I are big horror fans.
True.
But there are scary movies for all different kinds of people.
Oh, very much so.
When I'm saying scary movies, I'm encompassing like thrillers.
Yeah, see that's why like thrillers for me are like if you don't like you don't like horror, like you're not looking for like ghosts and monsters and things. Like a thriller is a good way to go because that could be just a simple like investigator looking for serial killer.
Silence
and, like,
of the Lambs.
Yeah, like Silence of the Lambs. Like that might be more up your alley versus something that's like an over like bloodbath monsters or slasher thing.
There's this really good. If we're gonna recommend, I have to look it up. But there's this really good Mexican. I think it's Mexican. It's Spanish.
Jesus.
Horror movie that came out.
Get your shit right.
That it was a possession movie, but the possession was more like a plague as opposed to like demonic
I'm
possession.
listening.
Let's see. Demonic plague.
Well, while Anthony looks that up. Also, actually, but just before I got here today, I finished off, I watched No One Sleeps in the Woods 1 and 2. Which that one is, it's a monster movie. It was a bit interesting. It's a foreign film, so either watch it with subtitles or Netflix has the option. They just have the audio in English if you want it that way.
Watch it with subtitles.
I found it enjoyable. It was a fun concept. Involves a meteor and two twins. It was an interesting enough movie. The second one took some liberties, changing up like the story aspect, I guess, because then it focuses more on the monsters themselves with the two new monsters they introduce, which that was neat. But go check those out. They're on Netflix.
It's Argentinian.
Argentinian. There you
Cuando
go. So South American.
echa la malda, or when When Evil Lurks. It's very
I've
good.
seen that title, but I have not watched it.
It's very good. It's a unique spin on demonic possession, which is always good.
Always good, yeah.
Oh, there's a great kill in it. There's a great death. I can't spoil it.
Ah, okay.
Because if you want to watch it, it shocks you.
All right.
Like, it's really good. There's a Steamboat Willie horror movie coming out, or came out recently.
Yeah. I mentioned it with Mike there that if Joker 2 hadn't have come out in theaters to catch attention, it would have gotten worst movie of the year. It is the people who have watched it worse.
Damn.
Yeah, because Dead Meat covered it this past week, and I got curious. So it's like, all right, let's see what they had to say about it. You know what James's words on that were, Anthony?
No.
At least Blood and Honey was kind enough to give you over-the-top gory kills to at least something to watch with it. This movie didn't have that, and it was worse in production quality. So he's like, there's not even good kills to, like, make a horror fan want. It's just bad in general.
See,
like, somebody had the idea to take Steamboat Willie, but didn't have any fucking clue what they were doing.
You see, because the problem is they're doing these parodies wrong.
There's only more to come.
The problem is they are making these.
We're getting fucking heroin addicted Peter Pan.
Nice. They're taking these public domain characters and turning them into the monsters.
Yes.
Wrong. Turn them into the detective trying to find the monster. That's funny. That's good.
What, you don't want oversized zombie Bambi coming?
No, but I would love to watch an oversized Bambi try to solve a murder.
You don't want strung out fucking Tinkerbell trying to help find Peter Pan, who's apparently a drug dealer monster thing who steals children, and she's just strung out on fucking drugs as the synopsis
but
for that?
I would love a Peter Pan, Tinkerbell detective duo trying to find Captain Hook.
You can fly. You just have to... Take the pixie powder! Like, that's where they're going with that.
They really stretched for that joke, didn't they?
That, like, the synopsis they revealed for the Peter Pan one, that is literally what it is.
Dude,
that she's a junkie helping the kids escape from an evil Peter Pan.
That's kind of the originality of, like, oh, Pokemon are gonna do it. We'll do some Tokemon. Make it all about weed.
Really all they did there. And then you got Zombie Bambi. There's another Blood and Honey that's coming. There is a third one confirmed.
That's fine. Complete the trilogy. Lost in the 100 Acre Woods.
Fuck, and there's something else coming too that's in that. But they're all making universe, so they can all combine in another one. Steamboat Willie's not a part of that. This was just somebody who had an idea, and again, they just didn't really think it through. It was just to grab Steamboat Willie in public.
The moment it was announced that it'd be coming out, someone's like, I gotta shit some shit out so I can get the news. Because no matter how bad it is, this person's always gonna be an infamy.
I think the funniest scene from that I saw them break down was that flashing lights made him stop teleporting. So, like, that was the thing early on until they corner him, and then suddenly that just doesn't work all of a sudden. It's just like, fuck you, that's not what happens. And it's like, but you established the rule in, like, the first 10 minutes of the creature, like, that, what the fuck do you mean? You know.
It's just one of those things.
But, hey, you know, there's going to be a lot of those. Blood and Honey really kind of opened up the door on anybody could make a horror movie thing, but not in the good ways, I would say. Because it's not people who had an idea that really thought it out and really have a thing. A lot of these are just, let's cash in on these public domain things. What is an idea for it? Great. Here's the money. Just go do that. And that's where I don't like it. If they just gave a little more thought and, like, cohesively made things, I'd probably be a little more okay with it. But they're just not fucking good stories to use them with.
See, the problem is, they're not creative enough. They're not thinking hard enough. They're just like, I'm going to use this and this, and that's
because, you know, I can't fucking forget Tigger being Freddy Krueger. That just, I fucking can't with that.
Terrible.
Jump around, bitch. Where you going, bitch? Like, when the fuck did no. It wasn't good when Freddy started using bitch in every fucking movie. Why would we want a Tigger that says it every other word?
Mike, do you think if Don't Look Under the Bed was released nowadays, it would make right-wing people on YouTube upset?
Yes.
Because there's a boogie person. Not a boogeyman. Because the imaginary friend is a girl who gets turned into a boogeyman, And after she gets cured, she's like, oh no, they're a boogie person because they could be man or woman. This was made in the 90s.
You know,
Did you see that they got rid of the original Under Wraps on Disney Plus?
It's only the remake.
I did.
I'm so pissed off. I love the original Under Wraps.
I actually only know that because of the YouTube channel Hack the Movies, because they had a guy. It was actually really funny. There's a dude for like years who has commented on every video of his to do Under Wraps. And some of the comments, I will give the guy credit, were super fucking creative. It's like, oh man, that movie's really great. You know what's even better? That little unknown movie, Under Wraps, and he would put it on like every fucking video he was doing. So he finally did the video, and then that's when I found out about that. They're like, yeah, no, they removed it and only have the remake, but we need the original one. So we had to go find the original one, and it's annoying.
I don't know that movie at all. I just remember one really funny joke.
What's that?
Is where they get the mummy on the gurney. And he's like, he has no heartbeat. Bring the defibrillator.
Oh, and he gets the fire. Yeah.
Trying to bring back the mummy.
Speaking of the mummy, there's the new Wolfman movie. They put the trailer out for that.
I'm interested.
I am interested too. It's the same guy who did The Invisible Man.
Which that was great. You would hate it.
I would hate it.
Mike would hate it. Mike would hate it.
It's paranoia.
Yeah, it's psychological thriller.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where?
The Wolfman, there's not a whole lot of details for it. They showed off the Wolfman itself, but they're keeping everything else a little closer to the chest, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. I would be Invisible Man left such a good taste in my mouth. I'm willing to go see this in theaters.
So am I. Like, they honestly proved to me that they can handle these universal things in a more unique way than fucking Tom Cruise's
Than the
mummy.
jar with a vampire skull in it. You know what movie I'm also excited for that's coming out? This Autumn.
What's that?
Nosferatu.
I am, yeah. The next
Christmas time.
Guy who did fucking Northman. I'm drawing a blank on the director's name now. Yeah, if you could pull that up, you're faster at that. But it's another one of his movies. I'm pretty
Robert
curious.
Eggers.
Yes,
Eggers.
Thank you, Eggers.
The Lighthouse.
See, because I enjoyed The Lighthouse. The Northman was fun. I'm kind of curious what he's going to do with the Nosferatu with his style.
I cannot wait to watch it. I think it's going to be so good. I'm thinking we do a double feature.
I also really love that he put Willem Dafoe in it. After Willem Dafoe did the other movie where it was Nosferatu, but it was like he's actually a vampire thing. Like, so I'm excited to see that Dafoe's coming back to do this one too.
I'm excited as well.
I really love that man's
double
acting.
feature, Nosferatu, Big Red One. Wait, is that what it's called? Red One?
Just red one.
Red One. Big Red's a gum.
It is indeed a gum.
Yeah, it is.
As my brain works sometimes.
Cinnamon gum.
The worst gum.
What? You don't love Fireball?
No, I hate spicy cinnamon.
White bitches buy that shit all the time.
They're
the only people who buy it. Or dudes trying to sleep with someone. That's the people who buy that from me all the time.
Is that all it
and
takes?
You can tell. Oh yeah, because it's like the 2001 birthdays where like they're in the early 20s and they'll come in with somebody. You can tell they're not quite dating it, but it's like, yeah, we're gonna have some drinks. They always buy Fireball. It's like, why is that? That's
Girls,
just always the go-to.
Fireball. Here's a piece of advice from
don't drink
a pig.
Fireball.
If a guy is inviting you to his house alone with alcohol,
pig.
he has intentions.
Yes. You know what I'd never do, ladies? Buy you alcohol. Go listen to the bonus episode.
Buy your own fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
Go listen to the Patreon bonus to understand where me and Mike are coming from on that.
I don't
but
get
ladies,
it.
you'll
never get it either. You'll never know. You just won't.
You don't think elves pay $5?
No. That's a commitment to a bit.
I could set it at $1 and you would be like, eh.
Sometimes,
because you'd be paying yourself and you're not going to do
that. Is
that.
better, right? Sometimes you don't.
You
need to know.
don't want to know, Anthony.
It's wild.
No, I want to know.
No, you
I
don't.
want to know all the
wanna
bits.
know.
I want to see your cock.
He's so.
Did you whip your dick out?
He's so close.
Did he whip his dick out?
Jared, oh my God.
Did I miss you guys? Did you guys sound?
You're so close.
He's like dead to right on the exact bit too. That's the worst part, Anthony. Is you are 7 centimeters away from Kevin Bacon is what you are. That's how close you are to winning this game.
Oh, I think I got
You
it.
don't.
Did you reveal your official Oddcast
No.
sizes?
No.
We're gonna make ties.
You have
out
to
of them.
actually pay me
No.
to get out of here.
No, but you were just like
Or listen to the episode and you
thinnest
find out how to find out yourself.
millimeter away from being exactly on.
We're gonna
the
make a 3-pack of rulers and sell them.
No. Anthony, something happened in Pokemon you want to talk to me
Everybody
about
would
it.
only use mine.
Oh yeah. Speaking of spooky, you know what's the spookiest thing of the year?
What?
Leaks.
Sexy,
Yeah, well, I mean,
sexy
yes.
Typhlosion? Is that what I understand?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So, Games Freak
Yes.
was
I think it's singular.
Game Freak.
I think exact fucking thing again.
No, I'm pretty sure
Well, I
it's
thought I
James
said
Freak.
Game Freaks.
No.
And so I've
You
Nope.
fucking...
So someone didn't do their cybersecurity training and clicked on a link that an email that was sent to
they
them,
got fucking
course.
fished?
and so much got leaked from the future and the past. Source code for Gen 3 got leaked.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the original Gen
Yeah,
3.
yeah,
The map maker for
goddamn.
Gen 3 got leaked. The beta sprites for all these Pokemon got leaked. A bunch of stories got leaked. The original plans for Pokemon and stuff like that. All this great, cool information. There was supposed to be a Mega Jinx that got
Oh,
canceled.
that sounds cool.
Again, all the beta Pokemon, which are just rough sketches,
Yeah,
other
still.
placeholders, different maps, different camera angles. They were trying for X and Y, all this cool stuff. And then they did my boy Typhlosion bad.
Oh, no.
Now, for those who don't know, Typhlosion is one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah. It's a lot of people's favorite Pokemon.
Cyndaquil was my very first Pokemon card that I ever had. So I have a very strong attachment. As a matter of fact, that is one of the 3 reasons why Inferno was my username for the longest time and all that stuff. Because fire relation. You know, there was the Fire Rod, which was my favorite item in Four Swords Adventures, Cyndaquil, and something else I don't remember. But there were 3 things that made me decide it.
Mm-hmm.
Typhlosion. They turned into a pedophile. Well, originally was a pedophile. Apparently, Typhlosion kidnapped a girl and forced her to have hybrid babies with them.
What the,
What the fuck?
Yes.
That's not where I thought this was going to go.
No, that is. Let me find Poke.
Did he get a sponsorship with Subway?
Like, because there's a bunch of like stories that they have, like Sharkpedo, how it was turned into Finn's soup.
A young girl is tricked by a shape-shifting Bakufun, Typhlosion, into thinking he is a human. Eventually, she apparently has a child with him, and she called his wife, whatever. Her father eventually comes and kills the Bakufun, which is Typhlosion, and when she returns to the village, she and her half Pokemon child is teased by the men in the village, who at one point cover it in fur skins. Then they ran into the forest, never to be seen from again. Here's a particularly nightmarish passage from when the father goes to find his daughter. You've broken the branch. Your father will be here soon. Now I'm going to do something bad to your father. If you kill me, you can have my eyes, my voice, and my heart. Then I want you to build a fire where I was killed and let it burn. And I want you to sing the song until it burns out.
Jesus Christ.
Christ almighty, he was a yokai.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Anthony.
That's
in the
not
distant
what I
past,
expected out of that
when
shit.
the boundary between Pokemon and humans was still blurred, there was a woman
was
and
it?
her companions. Every day they were bored, so they would
were
catch the Slackoth living in the nearby forest. They played cruel
swear
games
to
and
God.
captured the Slackoth, sometimes killing them for fun, gouging out their
Why
eyes
kill
or
my
cutting
boy?
off their ears.
Why you fucking my boy? Huh? I like him mainly because I wanted slacking, but
One day, the woman was walking alone in the forest and saw a Slackoth hanging from a tree. She climbed the tree to catch it,
swear to God.
but slipped and injured herself.
Good.
At that moment, a Vigoroth appeared
Good.
Vigoroth is the evolution of Slackoth, for those who don't know. The Vigoroth had a torn ear. The woman started to try to flee, but her injured leg hurt too much and she couldn't move. The Vigoroth with the torn ear suddenly attacked her. When it saw her, the woman lost consciousness.
Uh-huh.
There's a big paragraph, but
yeah.
sometime later, the woman gave birth to a child.
Oh, Jesus
But it wasn't
Christ.
a child. It was a Slackoth.
Why are they what?
That Slackoth raped a woman. When that Vigoroth. Yeah, it was, Now, I'm sure these are not meant to be the actual lore. I'm sure they were just dicking around writing.
Not.
But my God, why the fuck would you write that?
You know, Anthony, I would say I'm surprised, but they are a Japanese company, right?
Yes.
Japanese lore, every time we try to cover anything, always devolves into some poor woman getting violated by a monster. Every time. I don't know why that's just what they do, but it seems like all of them do that at some point.
Yes.
It's disturbing. And I think it disturbs me a little bit that they did it to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Why?
But
Why are we fucking Pokemon? Why?
look at this field.
I thought we were the
He
problem.
was gray instead of blue. How silly. These are a bunch of beta sprites. There are some that you can definitely
What
tell what
the
they were. Like,
fuck?
look at Blaziken.
That's cool.
Yeah, like there are some really good ones. And then there's...
And all this got leaked because someone opened up an email.
Yeah, someone clicked on a phishing email and all their data got breached.
Yep. Like, look at Grovyle. Grovyle was a water type.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, that's what it
interesting.
evolved
Oh, I
from.
like that thing a lot
But
better.
I think my favorite beta sprites,
That would have been interesting.
Latios and Latias,
Yeah.
who are just Latios and Latias.
Yeah. Just slightly thinner.
Nailed it in one.
Done. Don't even need to second guess it.
No. But, like,
Fuck it.
how the fuck do you, like, this
Well,
is why it's very
you know,
important.
maybe. Well,
there
then again,
also was a state of Pokemon ZA, or
Okay.
AZ.
okay.
Late beta, about 50% of the side quests not working. Is not ready.
No.
Which, no shit. Thank God it wasn't ready. Imagine how quickly that would have been all leaked online.
Oh, God. Just so quick.
Speaking of gaming wise, now that
you want to talk about Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero? We haven't talked about that today.
I'm not going down that rant again, Anthony. You ruined all that. Go back to nothing. Anyway, so
Hercule is only worth 1 point, and he's the only character.
no, actually, I was going to bring up because it was funny. It was another story that came out today that Bethesda, in all their wisdom of being the shitheads they've seemed to have become now.
Always were.
They're Elder Scrolls 6, everyone's been waiting when the hell they're getting an update, right? And they haven't said shit. You know what game did just give an update?
Is it Skyrim?
Witcher 4. CD Projekt Red came out and they're like, yeah, you're waiting for Elder Scrolls 6 and haven't gotten any update? We're substantially done in the making of Witcher 4, and it is going to be released next year as like a fuck you to,
Damn.
fuck you to Bethesda. Because it's going to give people their fantasies and monsters, and Bethesda just... They're so focused on Starfield, and it's not a good game.
It's been 6 years since the teaser.
Yep.
Just looked it up.
Yep.
Bethesda.
Oh, no, but they're focusing on Starfield,
Man,
even though their new DLC just fucking bombed horribly.
Focus on something else, for the love of God.
Yeah, from what I've heard, their Starfield DLC they put out was...
Can you even call it DLC if it's the same price as the actual game?
No, especially when from everything that I've seen and heard, it just told a story that was fucking stupid as shit. That, like, everyone who played it, there were people who enjoyed the main Starfield game story, tried playing the DLC, and shut it off and wanted a refund because it was horrible.
There were people who enjoyed the original Starfield.
Yeah, that's saying something. For people who enjoyed which, there are things to enjoy with it. And I know plenty of people who have been enjoying things with it, and, like, they found their enjoyments. But people don't. The DLC didn't follow anything. It was just bad for, like...
Skyrim's worst DLC you could make a house, and that was fun.
Don also made a good point that when it comes to their DLCs, how lackluster they've come as time has gone on. Because he was like, yeah, if you look at Fallout 3, there's like 4 DLCs. And then you go to New Vegas, and there's 4 or 5 DLCs. But then the minute Skyrim came out, there was 2. Fallout 4, 2 or 3. But you can't even really count the third one because it was just exactly like Hearthstone, where it's like, here's more building shit that you didn't want.
And I could not get into the building.
No, me neither. I fuck it. It's like Fortnite. I get people enjoy the building aspects, but like I don't want that to be the focus.
I built a box
in an RPG.
that had all my power armor that only I could access because people once stole it because I left it out.
Speaking of building components, one of the X teams from Bethesda, they're putting out a game that's like Redwall meets Cult of the Lamb, because Cult of the Lamb's also gotten really popular as of late. But you're like a bunch of rodent people and whatnot, and it's a medieval set, but you make your village and they build up their things and you try to get them to make you king and yada yada. It looks really cool. The graphics look really neat, and I do enjoy that setting. I've read some of the Red Walls. I enjoy that setting. It's just not a game for me, though.
I'm getting a little burnt out on roguelikes, which is a shame because I like roguelikes, but they were not that I'd be like, oh, they're too popular. It's just so many of them. And the problem is, a lot of them are good. And I can't buy them all because money is limited.
I mean, yes.
We only have limited money in this world. But I loved Binding of Isaac. I played the fuck out of that game. I probably have 60, 70 hours in that game, which
fair.
Not a lot, but is a lot if you play it, you'll get it.
Yeah, no, it is. That depends on the game. Not every game's putting in 300-400 hour kind of things.
But I've got my fans. I want to play Hades because I've heard that's good. I want to play Break the Tower because I've heard that one's good. But the problem is they're all good. I recently got Balatro because that one, it was different. Yes.
There was another gaming news thing. Holy shit. Ubisoft.
Good old boy Ubi.
Have you heard, Anthony?
No.
What they just got in trouble for? Because it's big.
Did they also sexually harass women?
So, Anthony, when you sign up for a service, right? So, like Ubisoft Plus that they just kept trying to push out to people, right?
Right.
Right, you can get access to everything.
Mm-hmm.
What does that require? Requires some
credit card?
Yeah, it requires information, right? What if I told you that it's been revealed that Ubisoft was selling all that information behind closed doors?
Oh, baby, no.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny as shit.
It was all come out that the Ubisoft Plus they were secretly selling off all that info. So now the new Assassin's Creed...
I'm shocked.
The guy, there was a guy on TikTok that brought it up, and I was like, oh, interesting. And then he's like, somebody commented on his video that you couldn't buy the new Assassin's Creed. He's like, what, really? Went and looked. They took it off pre-order. The minute that info hit the web, they stopped letting people order the game.
Jesus.
So, they're apparently in really fucking hot water now, because they, since starting that, they had been selling people's info.
That's a huge lawsuit. This is why we don't sign up for a bunch of streaming services. That's huge.
Yeah, Ubisoft. Yeah, apparently Ubisoft really fucked up on that one, and was only recently revealed that they'd been doing things like that.
You see, the unshaken
that's
rule
where they've been making their money.
The shaken rule that I have on the internet is if I'm not paying for it, I understand I am the product. I don't pay for Google. Google steals my information. I get it.
Yep. It's a transactional.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right, Jared? It is transactional.
if I am paying you,
yes,
you don't get to sell my information because I am the one paying you.
Also correct. Transactional.
Yeah, you would hope. And people do other things.
Yes,
transactional.
You guys show each other your dicks?
No.
You're not gonna figure out what it is.
I'm gonna do it.
That's fine.
I'm gonna do it out of spite.
That's fine. Can't help but hear kid had speech, and we had a jammy party down here.
Yeah.
You making a note reminder for yourself.
How do I search on Patreon? Here we go.
It's not up yet.
I can subscribe now.
It's not up yet. Wait till it's subscribed.
Cast.
I'm
Wait,
gonna,
what
I'm
is
gonna
our Patreon
purposely
again?
wait
It
a
is.
month now.
Yeah, Anthony. What is
No, I'm
our
just gonna
Patreon?
wait.
Well,
Be like, huh? Someone paid me $5.
God.
Sucks to be them.
are we the Oddcast with Carlitos Coleman?
Probably. Anyway,
What do you think?
Are we only Wizards in the Dungeon podcast?
we're not only wizards.
Are we Odd Cat cosplay?
We're
Click
not.
on that one.
Cat cosplay.
Join for free. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but everything. You,
$15 a month. What are you smoking?
well, probably some dude's sausage, but other than that,
I am
I mean- Yeah.
editing my membership. Leaving.
first month's free. That's how they get you.
Not even. There was nothing. It said content tier $5.
Huh?
Yep.
And I know the $15 one.
Just giant gaping
Oddcast
buttholes.
10 is our Patreon.
It is, in fact,
Yes,
our Patreon.
it is
Oddcast.
patreon.com.
That was called a bit.
I don't know if it was what me and Jared did earlier was a bit. You are just saying words.
There was. Seriously, go over to patreon.com/oddcastn because that is an episode you're going to want to listen to.
You know what? In fact, it was an episode. It was a jammy party.
Transformers 1 is doing okay in the box office.
That's
Is
fine.
it?
I want to talk about Wicked. So
Yeah, we had to wait for this to let Mike talk about Wicked. So let Mike do his rant.
Don't ever do that again.
Okay.
Mike has sent me enough videos, Anthony. I know that's not something you do with this movie.
No, I did. I can't.
You mean the people who are going to be singing in
Mike's going to murder them. Allegedly.
When does that come out again?
November 22nd.
Okay.
I am going to have to murder children in
Allegedly.
the theater. No. Well, yes. Yes.
Legally,
It's-
it is allegedly.
Legally. Technically, it hasn't
Case
happened
to run
yet,
for
so
president,
it's future murder.
allegedly.
So,
So premeditated.
Yes.
That's worse.
yes.
It's worse.
I mean, it is, but is it really if in the heat of the moment I do
Yes.
it? It's fine. This is
ask OJ.
part one. I need everyone to remember this is going to be part one
Of a musical.
of a musical.
Everybody remember that.
One of two parts
I didn't know that.
of a musical,
Okay.
which is dumb.
How, not to interrupt your rant, how long is the Wicked musical?
2.5 hours.
The musical? That's short. That's tight.
2.5 hours is a long fucking time. I think that maybe the Avengers have just like Book of Mormon's like a tight hour, like 97 minutes.
Did you think that they go on for like hours
Now,
and
given
hours?
I thought it would be
that's-
like 4 hours.
It's a no, Jesus Christ. Man.
Ooh.
Didn't
The
you go see the
stamina
Book
you'd
of
have to
Mormon?
have.
I saw Hamilton.
Yeah, that one.
That's a long musical.
Yeah, it is. It's 2.5 hours.
I think your son's dead.
I think something happened. Is it the dog?
Well, no one called for me. No one cried. No one screamed.
That's fair.
I'm going to go check on that.
Just
though,
in
so.
case, I will vamp for a little while you do that. No, like the Book of Mormon was like a tight 97 minutes. Like
See,
hour.
I
mean,
didn't
it's
know.
like there's a 20-minute intermission, so it always feels like 2 hours, and that's what.
Okay, yeah.
Right, so that's what you got to incorporate with as well. So, but like, no. So the Wicked musical is something that's been proclaimed for a very long time. People are very excited for it. Two
I've seen
things.
people very excited.
One, this is a fairly friendly family musical, right? It is not like Shrek. It's more West Side Story adjacent, where there's gonna be some adult
Racism.
themes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
there's gonna be some adult themes that you're gonna need to explain to your children. Do not let anyone under the age of 12 read the book. The book is drastically different than the musical. The book is much more risque. There's an entire, I think it's a couple pages, dedicated to Elphaba's pubes. So, yes,
Are they black?
I'm not going to get into this with you. So,
Shut down.
do not let people read the book that are not currently going through puberty. That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
There's more
okay.
adult themes. That's all there is to it. 2, do not sing
something I
in the
expected from
musical,
that.
in the movie. It is not for you. I'm going to go probably by myself because no one's going to want to go with me.
I'll go with you.
Anthony's going to be the only one that wants to go with me
Yeah,
because
that's fair.
the other group of friends we hang out with, the women.
Yeah.
They're not into musicals, which is wild to me because everyone's
I'm
into
actually
musicals.
surprised by that.
I know, right?
I thought they were. I just assumed.
I found out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? Good for you.
You get a gold star.
You do not get a gold star.
Not gold.
It's not gold. I know that I'm going to go to a showing, and I'm hoping to go on a Thursday because we seem to have really good luck on Thursdays being the only ones in the theaters when we go see movies. So I can sing in my head. Not out loud, because you don't sing out loud, in my head. And just like, or orally, but not like with voice coming out, just like mimicking the words, just being in awe of the inspiration that is Wicked. Okay? I just know I'm going to get behind some 40-year-old motherfucker that did show choir for 8 years.
Oh my God.
And they're going to think that they're doing a better job than Ariana Grande, who is a professional singer. And the chick who plays Elphaba, who's also a professional Broadway actor, I don't actually know what she's been in. But I just know that that's going to happen. And I'm going to have to, for the first time in, what we agree on the Patreon episode? 21 years of my life.
22.
Yeah, 22. Thank you. 22. Ooh, pushing up there in age. Gonna have to ask an usher to remove people from this fucking
No,
theater.
Michael. You will ask me to ask the usher. You can stay in your seat and not miss the movie.
No, because I will not see this movie just once, and I will kick multiple people out of this movie theater.
So it is Cynthia. I'm gonna mispronounce
Yes.
this. Erivo. Erivo.
Arrival, yeah, yes. It is going to sound bad, but it's a name that is not white.
Correct. I mean, her full name is something I'm not going to
Yeah,
try
it's got.
because I am.
You would butcher it, and it'd be racist.
And I respect. Yes. She's done a few movies.
Yep.
She did Harriet Tubman, where she played Harriet Tubman.
Yes.
Well, she did the Blue Fairy in Disney's Pinocchio. But she's on a lot of TV. But theater credits, we have The Color Purple.
Yep.
I mean, she's got so many.
Yep.
But
She's a professional actor.
Midsummer Night Dream, Henry IV. Yeah, that's the fourth. I Can't Sing, the X Factor musical, Sister Act.
When we get there.
Where she played Dolores Van Cartier.
I have a thing to end on.
And on.
No, I'm saying when we get there, I have,
Oh.
to have the thing to end on that
okay.
keeps it in a spooky.
That's spooky.
Yeah, end on an October
Yes.
episode. Anyway,
Back to Wicked.
I also had no idea that Wicked was a sexual thing in the book. Like, I didn't know that was a thing.
So,
especially seeing the movie coming, and I was like, oh,
so the
like-
musical is going to both expand on a lot of the lore, but also keep a lot of the book out. So, like Jonathan Bailey, who is, if you've seen the advertisement, he's the one singing "Dancing Through Life."
Okay.
He's the dancing. Ladies, he's not for you. Okay, he's not. He's not. He's just not. I'm sorry. That ship has sailed many a year ago. He's not for you. Enjoy in all of its glory. He's not for you. There's no way he's for you. In the musical, like, he and Elphaba kind of like get together fairly quickly. In the book, they get together like forever ago or forever away, and he's married with kids. So like a lot of time is skipped within the musical because you have to condense it, which again is why the musical is not the same as the book. So
Usually, how it
please don't let the children read the book.
Just like the original Wizard of Oz, it is nothing like
No.
the book.
No.
Crazy shit happens in the book.
Yes.
In the thing, like the vegetables
Eiffel Tower.
that grow humans to eat.
Yep.
does. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
weird shit.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz is weird.
Drugs.
Frank Baum is
Well,
weird.
yeah, no, that makes sense.
Alice in Wonderland. Is
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
instead of opium, he's like he took meth.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
But that's kind of
Say no more. Holy
like,
shit.
I'm beyond excited for this musical. The soundtrack has got me through some dark times before, so I'm very excited to see it. It's got a great
Understandable.
cast. It fucking Jeff Goldblum as the Wizard. Are you kidding me? Yeah, taking over the role from James Franco in Oz the Great and Powerful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum's the Wizard. Do you know that?
No, I didn't
He's
know that.
gonna be such a good wizard too.
Oh, God, that man is such a gray fox.
I know
That man has like 3 acting styles, and they're all great.
every one of them.
So I can't wait to see which one. Is he going to do Brundlefly? Is he going to do Sexy Shirtless Man?
Nope.
Or is he going to do Eccentric Weirdo?
A combination of the first two.
Like
first and last.
Like he's either going to be really intense, really...
he's going to be a manipulative asshole.
Brundlefly.
Yes.
Here's some creepy things in the original Wizard of Oz. Thank you, Shiny
please.
Blue Chocobo, 2 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
The Scarecrow doesn't need to sleep, so he just stands motionless in the room.
Yep.
The Tin Man is made of tin because the curse made him chop his limbs off one by one, including his head and torso. I don't know how you chop off your torso, but... There's a China clown who has been broken so many times his body was only cracks.
Jesus.
I mean, yeah, that's in Oz the Great and Powerful. That's the China doll.
The wizard asks a child to murder someone, but still does that in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The wizard turning into a bloodborne monster the size of an elephant, the head of a rhino, 5 eyes, 5 arms, 5 legs covered in hair.
What drugs were they taking at the...
The Tin Man
time of this
massacring
ride?
40 wolves with an axe, and the Scarecrow breaking the necks of a whole flock of crows.
Jesus.
Yep.
The group leaving the lion to die in a field because he's too big to carry.
Oh my God.
They didn't
You
even
gotta
try.
help me. We gotta leave him behind. He's just too heavy. But I'm scared. It's like, that's horrifying. What the fuck? Like, that poor lion. What did he ever do to you?
Speaking
I
of...
mean, other than maybe he tried to eat you, but, law of the jungle.
Speaking of lions with bad legs, did you guys see Aiden Hutchinson,
Oh my God, his fucking femur and tibia snapped.
a football player for the Detroit Lions?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I've not.
No, his leg bent the wrong way.
Oh.
He just
That's
had reconstructive
never
surgery
good.
done in Texas.
Yeah, no.
As an emergency surgery. He's out for the rest of the season. His leg went the wrong way, Jared.
Oh, it's a short video. Let's see.
Yeah, it's very short. It's like 3 seconds.
I'm gonna mute that.
Yep.
This is a show.
It
It says graphic. Oh, here's the replay.
there
Here
we
we go.
Oh,
Slow
covered up.
motion. And I can't see it.
Yeah, you can't
But
see it
yeah,
through all the fucking...
in order to
God damn it.
destroy the Cowboys,
Terrible
the
camera
Lion-
angle.
Poor this career ending,
Oh,
career ending,
100%.
which is so sad to hear because he was. It was. I'm sure it would have been a great year for him. Probably a great career for him. But they
It's not career ending. He'll be back next season.
they destroyed the Cowboys.
I did see they
46 to
fucking
9.
clobbered them. Which, how bad do you have to be to get clobbered that bad
By the
Okay,
Lions.
so-
but the Lions have been doing great
Hang on.
recently. I'll be honest.
Hang on. There's history here, and I know you two don't sports. Okay.
I mean,
I know enough to make
occasionally.
conversation.
One, the Lions have been doing really good the past 2 years since Dan Campbell
I just
took over.
don't pay
so
attention to the Lions. I
it's
wouldn't know.
fine.
Patrick Mahomes.
No. No, it's fine. 2, last year, in a playoff game, the Lions got screwed over by a ref because they said that one of the defensive linemen didn't report as an eligible receiver. And in order to do that, you need to go up to the refs and be like, I'm eligible to receive in case it's like a trick play. He apparently did go, like the ref didn't see him reporting as an eligible player. But he did, but because the ref didn't see knowledge, it didn't count, so he lost that point. Still ended up winning the game. So this was just an absolute merciless beatdown to make up for that. That's
Gotcha.
why it was
Okay.
absolute destruction, yes.
Why do you have to report that you can get the ball in football?
Because
If you're not
if
a
you're not
receiver.
a receiver, right? So
Why?
because then they could just throw it to anyone, and that's
Yeah.
not how the game is played.
Okay.
Right? Like you have your tight ends and your receivers that
Yeah.
are meant to receive. If it's a trick play, it also you gotta let people know. So
Okay.
because everyone needs to know kind of where the ball might end up going.
So when I don't know, I watched this one crazy game way back where these guys invented a weird move called the alley oop. The referees didn't know what to do with it. So I feel like If you pass the ball to a lineman,
Yeah.
like hand it off, it would just destroy people mentally.
No, but that's fine.
I watched. I think it was a college game. When I was out with my other group of friends in Grand Rapids, where a lineman did get the ball, and then the person on the other team ran up to him and just took it out of his hands.
Yeah.
It was very funny because he was just like, I don't know what to do with this. And then when it cut to him, he's just going, that's my bad.
It also was Jerry Jones's birthday, and he turned 82, which was fucking funny. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That I did know.
Merciless beatdown.
merciless beat.
I didn't know it was his birthday, so that
People had to
actually kinda
convince
funny.
Dan Campbell to put in the second string quarterback because he was just going to keep the beatdown happening. So,
Keep hitting him. I summon. For every card I summon, you do 800 life points. Oh, pot of greed.
Oh boy. So
Just this fucking Lions coach staring at this 82-year-old man from across the
Yes.
field. Like, you die tonight.
someone said Dan Campbell has successfully done to Detroit what everyone has tried to do and revitalize it and make people be there. He also, do you guys know, he saved Applebee's too? Because he's also in the Applebee's
Yeah,
commercials, and people started flocking to Applebee's once Dan Campbell
Yep,
was
I
the
saw
fucking
him on the commercial.
smoke.
Because he was like, hey,
The
lift
wings,
up your...
yeah.
You
You don't want to steal the signs. You don't want them to have it. Yeah. Fucking amazing. Remember when Jared worked at Applebee's for a while?
Dude, I am like one really bad drunk night away from applying there.
I am like one really.
You're a
hungry
married man.
day
Don't
away
go
from
there.
Eating there.
Don't do it. You're a happily married
I
man.
am.
Stay
I'm
away.
happily married.
Yeah. He's happily married.
I can't speak for the wife.
Mike would probably thrive, not that he would want to.
But we talked about this at length. 3 types of people at a restaurant: convicts, addicts, and perverts. I would fit in fine.
But say you've never been arrested and you don't have to do drugs.
You're right. Well, for all you know, I don't do drugs.
No, it'd be really great and
It
like
could be a combination. It doesn't have to be one of those.
let's see. So
Be like
it's
evolved the more you work
October.
It's like a Pokemon type. Where I'm an addict and a pervert.
It's like
My weakness is the criminals.
Mike starts working there today. Suddenly, there's a population boom of Hastings in
Yeah,
July.
I'm just fucking my way through town.
It's like, what happened? I don't know. Some guy worked for Applebee's. Now half the town's pregnant.
Mike finally got
whoops.
confidence and laid. His seed is potent.
Oh God, potent.
Does anyone? All right. Anything else anyone wants to add in for this little episode here?
Let me see. Talked about Wicked.
Yep.
Just getting through my show notes. Oh,
Yeah, make sure Mike.
not
That's
to
why.
get
That's why I say I
politi-
don't
not,
like it a lot.
Not to get political.
Oh, here we go.
Right?
Getting it every episode this week.
the
Election season.
The election's coming up.
is.
Fuck
There's
off.
like
It really
15.
is.
Like there's like 20 more days.
We'll do a full when we do the next bonus. It'll be a full political breakdown of everything that we're
God.
seeing. I'll bring my corduroy jacket. We'll do 2 mics and a mic and a corduroy jacket. The quote unquote Coachella incident.
Trumpchella.
Have you seen that? Do you know the worst part about this is the event didn't even happen at Coachella. It happened at a private residence like 3 miles away. That's fucking wild. People stranded in the desert, 5 hours walking, like 2 hours by bus, 5 hours walking. It's fucking amazing. You gonna do your Donald Trump?
No, I
No, he's
didn't.
flabbergasted.
Oh,
I didn't hear about that. I had
Oh
seen
my
that
God,
you
you
Trump
don't
did a
know?
rally thing and just bombed because he's,
Dude.
Oh,
just-
okay,
he's
so
doing
They
terrible.
had
But that
20
was
buses
it.
bringing
20
people
buses
in.
bring people
Jesus
to
Christ.
quote unquote
No,
Coachella.
Jared.
How is nobody?
No,
learned?
Jared. 20 buses bringing people.
Uh-huh.
1 bringing people out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he couldn't pay for them.
Mm-hmm. There were some people like, oh, they ran out of gas. Bullshit, buses don't run out of
Nope.
gas.
Nope. Yeah.
I
People
heard
stranded for hours.
I heard there were 15,000 people there.
in the middle of the desert
Has
at night. You know what
no
happens in the
learned.
night in the desert? It's cold.
It's so
It's
cold.
very fucking cold.
Fucking cold. And then the worst part is
I
like
played Tears of the Kingdom.
yeah, right. You gotta eat your peppers. Peppers warm you up.
It gets very
the
cold,
worst part
and
is,
all the
like,
deadly things come out.
Is some of the Trump supporters started passing out from heat exhaustion. And so, not to make light of the situation, but the memes coming out about how, like, oh, so do you really want to work in the field like the illegal immigrants that you're trying to deport because you fucking passed out at a Trump rally? Fucking chef kiss. But I had to bring that up because I was like, people are saying it's like at Coach. I was like, no, because here's the thing. Much in the way that your metal music 3 weeks ago when Kyle Rittenhouse was designed.
Yeah, the fucking
that
Kyle Rittenhouse
if
shit.
Trump were
Jesus
to
Christ.
do a Coachella, people would fucking flee like fucking like shit through a goose.
Yeah.
Just
Also,
no way.
Coachella is a brand.
Yes, it is.
Like it's kind of like Woodstock.
Yeah.
Where it's a name.
Yes, you can have Coachellas everywhere.
Yeah. Like we could technically have one here in Michigan.
does have a Coachella. It's at international. It's at MIS.
Yeah.
So,
I thought Electric Horse was Michigan's Coachella.
No, there's two different. It's like Faster Horses. They had two.
Faster Horse.
It's the country one. Which, if I really wanted to try to get laid, I'd lose a bunch of weight, get a Trump hat and cowboy boots, and go through Faster Horses.
Would you want to do that, though? Would that
Hey,
be
Jared,
worth it?
have you seen some of the bitches that are at Faster Horses?
No.
Yes.
I
I would
haven't.
sell my soul to get
Just
my dick sucked.
go to Electric Horse.
I'm not hippie. I like EDM, but I like...
You
I
could
could
lie.
I could fit it, but here's the thing. I could fit into country better.
He could.
But could country fit into you?
Oh, we're going to try. We're going to try. He's so close. He's this close, Jared. This.
You're
he's
really
Story of
getting
my life.
He's like literally atoms away.
You're dancing
yeah.
around the tip.
But I wanted to
Kind
talk.
of
Let
the
me
shaft.
make sure my show notes.
Your underwear?
It's my leg.
No.
Politics.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
yeah.
that was all that I had. I don't have any more show notes.
Wow, I don't know if I've ever had anyone other than a woman sexually interested snap my boxer line.
That's
what the
wild.
fuck is wrong with you?
Well, you said
This man rubs my leg, feels something, and goes, "Is that your underwear?"
no. They
What the fuck
first
are
off,
you
they
talking
heard
about?
the inflection. Me going, "Is that your underwear?" Because why? It's
Gaslight
so
him. That's
hard.
not how he did it.
Dude, my so I wear boxer briefs, so it might just be what you wear versus what I wear, but mine don't elasticize to my leg like that. They kind of just cloth.
I have big legs.
Oh, you're
Cloth
fat.
on me.
Got it.
Sure.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right,
Okay.
Jared, end out the
Okay.
show.
I have a little thing to hand out on. So,
Not a little.
I mean, it's not little, but
You wouldn't know. So
I've seen it.
ah!
it's part of the bit.
Yeah, it is part of the bit.
Well, I'm not in the bit, so I can't make jokes about the bit. Oh, there's an inside joke that you were referencing. Well, I don't get it, so I'm not making that.
I wasn't expecting that. Son of a bitch.
He's so angry.
We love him. All right.
You can only tell me that I'm referencing it so many times before it starts pissing me off.
Anyway,
Okay. So we mentioned on here before that there's some books that are out. They're on Amazon, CLTD Field Reports. Go check them out. I figured since it's spooky season, and I'm here, I'll read a thing for the book to end out the show, just because there's a part here. Just fuck it. Ladies and gentlemen, now this does come out of book 3. Why? Because book 2. Why? Because it was one of my more favorite. It was my favorite one out of the 3 that are out so far. Because the creature that it is, I really like, which is goblins. They're one of my favorites. Anyway, as the dark elf continued his cleave, suddenly he felt a larger hand gripping at his wrist. The goblin swarm parted, and there stood the Goblin King of the colony. The king stood approximately 6 feet 7 inches tall with very large prominent eyes, much like that of a frog. His mouth was large and his throat seemed ruby red colored, while his whole body was a dark teal with a tiger stripe patterning. The king inspected the dark elf and held it up in its large hand, sniffing and licking at his clothes and face. He looked to his many children and shook the dark elf around. Unhand me, you insignificant fucking beast! I have more uses for cave troll than any of you little shits! The dark elf began to scream and kick. Scream and kick his feet as the Goblin King lifted him up, just enough so he couldn't touch the ground again. The Goblin King looked over the dark elf, again licking the edges of his large frog-like mouth, before he grinned and turned back to his swarm. Grubnub, or slave. He bellowed as the goblins began to excitedly dance around the dark elf, grabbing at his legs and biting at his feet. The goblins drooling from their already bloodied mouths because, again, it's the whole thing. So anyway, yes. They all looked at each other, then back at the dark elf, flailing in the king's grasp. Grubnub! They began to shout. Grubnub. The Goblin King inhaled and stretched his ruby-colored throat, exhaling a cry that seemed to shake the entire wall of the walls of the colony chamber. Agent Quinn gave a glance back at the Goblin King as it opened its jaws. The dark elf kicked and screamed, but was grabbed and thrown in, kicking first. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Fun times.
Yeah, it's all.
Now, believe it or not, audience, that took a lot for Jared to do, because he does not like to share things he does.
I don't like to share things that I do. I don't. It's a problem. I have no high expectations of myself, so like, don't ask me for like, is it good? I'll tell you it's shit, because I don't believe in myself.
Well, the problem is it is shit.
It is. It is shit.
The first 3 books being self-published.
I'm joking. Like everyone knows, I don't read.
He does it. And there's plenty on this shit that Anthony would actually fucking enjoy if he gave it the time. That how much detail, like how much shit I've had to think of with like I introduce some new creature and I'm like, how do I make this more unique than just what the lore is? You dig it. You would be into it, but you don't fucking read, you piece of shit.
I don't.
God damn it.
I know. Probably the most disheartening part about Jared. The CLT diner is me.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm gonna write this.
Yeah, you're a genie, or sorry, a djinn.
I was about to say, which is it?
Why
is the brown guy a djinn?
Well, book 4, I had to come up with an idea why they end up in the diner. So, and you're a waiter in the diner, so I had to think, how the hell do I make the waiter make any fucking sense in this setting? So you're just a djinn. I won't give away the details of why he's there, but I did write in that it's a djinn.
It's because I have a beard.
Anyway, yeah, CLTD Field Reports, that was from Goblin Mining. Self-explanatory on that one. Goblins, you got your first one, that's Basilisk. You can go enjoy that. Third book is Harpies and Sirens. Again, just had a lot of fun with that one. And then the fourth one I'm currently doing, and that was something that Anthony gave me the thing for. The Pascagoula Elephant Men, which I'd never heard of until then. And yeah, they're written into this one. I'm having fun doing that. I'm on... in a place right now that the Elephant Men have. If you don't know what Pascagoula Elephant Men, just go look them up. They're basically alien kind of things. So I've been having fun on that run at the moment. Past that, though, go to patreon.com/oddcastn. You can also find us at oddcastn on Twitter. Yeah, Oddcast Network on Facebook. Just go fucking look up Oddcast Network or What an Oddcast. You'll find us. At What an Oddcast on TikTok, though, Mike's rant and clips and some things. Anthony also sent me a message on Snap, and I just hit.
Here's the color.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right.
Oh, so you all stay happy.
Bye.
And spook.